This video will show you how to access the Hood River County School District Digital Library Service. This is what it looks like when you log in, and we will walk you through how to use and access the digital library. So, you have 4 ways of accessing the Overdrive digital library. You can link directly inside the Alexandria Researcher, also known as the library catalog that you currently use. So if you are in the library catalog and you find a book that you'd like to read, you can see that if it has the Overdrive icon on the book jacket, and you click on the book jacket, you will be directed to the Overdrive website, and you will be able to log in that way. That is one way to log in. Another way is to access Overdrive directly. All you have to do is go to your school library homepage and click on the Overdrive icon, which looks like this. So this is Hood River Middle School, and if you click on the library drop-down menu and you click on the icon that says Overdrive, Ebooks, and Audiobooks, you will be hyperlinked to the website to then log in. And I will show you how to do that right now. The other 2 ways are directly from the website. You can type this in, hoodriver.lib.overdrive.com, or you can scan any of the promotional materials, which you will see both the web address and the QR code on. Okay. So once you access the Hood River County School District Digital Library, it'll prompt you to log in. You have to click on one of the following. If you're a staff member, you click Staff, K through 8 students, click K through 8 students, high school students, click High School students. I'm going to click K through 8 students. And for K through 8 students, you're going to use your username and password that you always log in with. So my username is my first name dot last name, and my password is 00 followed by my 6-digit student ID number. Once I'm in, I have access to all of the titles that are available for me, and so I can scroll up and down and I can see what's available to me just like this, which is really nice. You can see here by looking at the books, anything with a black book with a circle in it that you can see here. So like Michael Vey, The Final Spark. You can see how there's a black book. That means the book is available. If there's a pair of headphones, that means that it's an audiobook and you can listen to it. And those are the 2 main features that you can tell. And the other feature is that if you see anything that's grayed out, let's see if I can see one up here that's been grayed out. Like I Survived over here, you can see how there is a headphones, they're gray. So anything that might have a gray headphones on it means that somebody's actually listening to it right now. And if you'd like to place a hold on that one, you can just click on it and you can place a hold. To read a book, all you'd have to do is, let's say we'll click on Rogue Wave. And so click on Rogue Wave, and all you have to do is click Borrow. And now it says the title has been added to your checkouts page. You haven't yet checked out the book, but you are reserving it until you do check it out. So you can go to checkouts if you want to check it out right away. So I'm going to go to checkouts. And under my checkouts, it gives me options to either read on a Kindle, if I want to read on a Kindle, download it as an ebook, if I want to read offline. And if you want to read offline, just make sure that you have the Overdrive app. If you're reading on your iPad, they've already been downloaded for you. But on your phone or anything else, if you're going on vacation or you just don't have internet access somewhere and you want to read it, just make sure that you click on the bottom right-hand corner here. You see Overdrive software resources. If you click on that, it'll give you what you can download from your device. So if you're using an iPhone, it'll give you the iPhone apps. If you have an Android, it'll give you the Android. It's really smart. It's device diagnostic. And so you just click on software download, and it's free. And you just have to go through the process of setting it up again. So you'd click Hood River County School District, and then you type in your username and password again, and you would be ready to go to use that. So I'm going to go back. So I'm going to go to my collections again. And you can see here that I have options of collections if I want to read collections. I have options of subjects if I want to search by subject. And I also have levels if I want to read through different levels, like Lexile or interest level. So those are all there. So if I wanted to read a juvenile nonfiction book, I'd click on juvenile nonfiction, and these would be the books that I have that I could read at the moment. So I'm going to click on Rad American Women A through Z, and I'm going to go to checkouts. It says that I have 1 to 3 checkouts remaining, so you can check up to 3 materials at a time. If you want to return a title, you can click on Return Title anywhere there, and you can just return the title very simply. You can see how one of them only allows you to read in your browser, and some of them don't. You have 14 days to check out and read your materials. You can always renew your title, but you have to wait until the last 3 days, and then when you have 3 days left, there'll be a renew button that pops up, and then you can renew your titles. You can actually change sometimes how long you have checking stuff out for by going to settings, and you actually change the lending period. So if you really wanted to read your book for 21 days, you could click on 21 days. If you wanted to read it for 7 days, you can click it on 7 days, which is nice. You can also change the themes. If you are a dyslexic reader, then you can click on dyslexic. If you like high contrast, you can click high contrast, and just by clicking those, you can kind of see how that works. I'm not a big fan of that one, but maybe you are. So that's kind of fun too. So if you're dyslexic, you can click on dyslexic. And this is just some of the settings that will change everything that you have. So all that's available. If you want to see what you have in your account and what books you have, you just click on the account, which is the little person icon up here. So you click on the person icon, it takes you back here. And I'm going to read my book now in my browser. So I'm now reading my book in my browser. It always shows me the title. And you just swipe left and right, and that will bring you to the pages. And so I'm just swiping to get to the first page. And you can see there's the contents. It gives you the chapters. And if you can always hyperlink anywhere in, and you can hyperlink the chapters, which I think is really nice. To go back, you could just touch the screen once, and then up here it brings you all of the different menu bars. So starting from the right where the 3 lines are, I'm going to click on the right, and you have options of searching inside the text for any word. So if you wanted to search inside this book for the word, let's say wave, if I hit wave, it'll show me every single page that has the word wave in it. Which I think is kind of a nice function if you're trying to find something again. You can also type in multiple words in order as well. That's one option. You also can pick chapters. So if you wanted to go up and down through the chapters, you could pick a chapter to go to, and you could go to that point. So if I wanted to start at chapter 1, I could go to chapter 1, which is really nice to do. If I wanted to bookmark somewhere where I was reading for later, I could bookmark as many pages as possible. And all I have to do is tap the top right corner right here where it says bookmark, and I've now bookmarked the page, which I think is kind of nice. So that is one way to do it, which is kind of a fun feature. If you'd like to look at your history or your reading settings, you can click on reading settings, and then over here you can change the font and the size, and so you can see how it changes the size. You can change the color of the background. You can change it to legible. So you can change the different fonts, or Scholar will change it to that font, or Paperback will change it to that font, or Dyslexic will change it to that font. Or you can customize the font by then, picking which kind of style you want. You can justify it, you can change the line spacing to bigger or smaller, you can heavyweight it. And whatever you keep it here on, it's going to save it for later. So every time you come back on, it should be the same. If you're reading offline, and then you come back online, if you want to sync your book back up to where you left off, if you click sync over here in the bottom right-hand corner, it'll take you back to where you were. If instead of reading the book in 1 page, you'd like to read it in 2 pages, you can click the circle up here on the top left of the right side, and it will then change it from 1-way to 2-way right there. And it works exactly the same with audiobooks as it does with ebooks. And if you want to go back to where you were, you just go up top here and you can go back, open the other link, and you can get back that way. If you ever have any interest of learning more about it, you don't know, the help icon where the question mark is will pretty much get you into all of the things. So if you're borrowing titles or reading titles or making and exploring notes, listening to titles, watching titles, returning titles, any questions you might have, you can find it in the help question mark icon, which is really a good thing. And to get back to the beginning, we're up here on the left-hand corner. It says Hood River County School District Digital Library. All you have to do is click that, and it takes you back to where you want to go, back to the beginning again. Before I go, I want to show you how you could recommend a title. So if you want to recommend titles for the future, down here it says find titles that you can recommend. You can also get the Overdrive app right there in the middle as well. And so I'm going to click on find titles to recommend. And so if there's a book on here that you really want, you would go and you type it in there. And if they have it in Overdrive, you can recommend it. So add titles you can recommend. You click on the blue link. And it doesn't take you there. But maybe that's because it says to do that instead. So if there was a title and you searched it also, you could search the title. And if they have the title, then they will recommend it for you. So maybe I can find a book that's not in here. Let's see. Type All American Boys by Jason Reynolds. We do have that book, but if you want to find additional titles to recommend, you can click right on the left-hand side, additional titles to recommend. And these would be additional titles. All the ones in gray we don't own. And so if there was a book here that you wanted, like Around the World in a Bathtub, or The Little Women, or Jackie Robinson, you could click on the book and you could click recommend, and then the title would be recommended. You do have to confirm your birthday so we know that you're a real person. And then after you do all of this, I was born a lot earlier. So, and then I click next. And then now I can click recommend the title. If you want to place a hold on it, you can click place a hold right when it comes in. So you can recommend this title. And then the title will be recommended. You can recommend 99 titles every day. So anything you can do to do that. And if you want to sign out, you click sign out. Everything else is really basic. Enjoy reading and listening. I love listening to audiobooks every time I'm in the car or just when I'm laying on the couch, and I just love reading. And so I really hope you take advantage of it. I really hope you search the collections and the subjects, and you just search books that you want to have, and you help out by recommending titles, because the more recommended titles you have, I think the more reading enjoyment and listening enjoyment you guys will have. So enjoy. Email me if you have any questions, Matthew Gerlich, and you guys have a great day. Bye.